Yo, what's good? Next gen Amolytics. Happy Tuesday, everybody. August 26th. I'll give my top five hitters, and then I'll give my home run play on today. I know it's been a while since I've been on. I apologize for that. Been traveling, so looking to be consistent on posting on here moving forward as we do move into football season as well. But starting out, I'm going to attack Mackenzie Gore of Washington at the Yankees on today. He's been struggling. Struggled against the Mets last week. Only went 4 1/3. Did have two quality starts against San Fran and Philly. At home against Philly, I mean, you got it. That's a decent start there. I don't really give him grace for that San Fran start, given the fact that San Fran offense sucks. In he was in San Fran, pitcher's ballpark there, so you can have that. But prior to that, the Athletics shelled him for 13 base runners, 8 earned there, 2 home runs. And then prior to that, Houston got to him for 9 base runners, 6 earned, 2 home runs. So, he has the ability to give up the long ball. You're going into Yankee Stadium, and given the fact that the Yankees been great against left-handed pitching over the course of this whole year, I can't say that they don't have offensive woes, which they do. They haven't been the best recently, but this is somebody that they can get to, somebody that has dropped the ball a little bit after All-Star break here. He has some bad starts in which you're facing someone that's, if not the best, one of the best left-handed pitching hitting teams in the league. So here I'm going to go with Bellinger and Stanton. Bellinger's batting 3, and then Stanton's batting 4. Bellinger's been hitting left-handed pitching, all this whole year. And then you got Stanton batting cleanup there. Has been going crazy for like the past month. Has like 6 home runs in his last 5 games that he's started. So I like this, for the Yankees as a whole. I believe they can definitely get to Gore here and to that Washington bullpen. So Gore doesn't go long here. You get that Washington bullpen coming in after him. So like that too. Uh, Next up, I like I'm going against Giolito of Boston. Someone who was pitching well. I will say he was pitching well, but over these last, 3 or so games, even, let me rephrase that. After the All-Star break, he has 3 quality starts, but the quality starts it's against is Minnesota, horrible. Um, he did have one against Houston. I'll give him that. Houston was playing, terrible during that time, though. In that home series, they got swept against Boston there at the beginning of August, and then against Miami at home. So I don't really put too much weight into those. And then over these away starts that he's had since All Star break, got shelled against the Cubs, got shelled against Philly, got shelled against San Diego, and then got shelled against the Yankees last week. Giving up 8 base runners against the Yankees, 11 against San Diego, 7 against Philly, and then 7 against the Cubs. So this is a spot where you don't know what you're going to get from Bradish on the Baltimore side. He's making his return after being injured the whole year. So I believe this may be an over. This could be a spot for over, but you don't know. I feel like Baltimore can get the Giolito though. He's not trustworthy in my opinion. I like Gunner here, and I like Jackson, Jeremiah Jackson. Sorry, he's batting number 2, and then Gunner's batting number 3. Giolito does struggle with righties more than he does lefties, but he's giving up power to lefties, which Gunner has a north of 290 ISO against right-handed pitching over the course of this past 2 weeks. So this is a spot you could have a Gunner home run here, but I like Jackson and Gunner at the top of that lineup to be able to get to him early. And then lastly, I like Tauchman of the White Sox going against Lorenzen. White Sox just saw Lorenzen in his return on the 16th. He pitched decently well there. Went 4 innings, three hits there, and 2 walks, so 5 base runners. But that was at home. And then the next week he got shelled against the Rangers. So I believe this is a spot where they can get to him. I don't expect him to go out there and pitch 0-run ball at all. And they just saw him. As I said, they just saw him. Tauchman's been hitting righties, over the course of this year. And then they're at home, as I mentioned. So I like this against Lorenzen, someone that we were attacking before he went out with his injury in May and June, attacked him, consistently. So going back to the well here. But those are my top five. In order, I like Bellinger, Stanton, Gunnar, Jackson, and then Tauchman. And then for my homer wise, I like Stanton. I'm going back there against Gore. Gore, as I said, he can give it the long ball. He has three out of his last 5 starts. He's given up 2+ homers in those games. So I like Stanton. Stanton's been going federal for like the past month, as I mentioned. So I like him there. That is my home run play. I will release the full list of my hits and home run plays on my IG at Next Gen Amolytics. If you want to be notified when I post, please subscribe and turn on your notifications. Like, comment, share. Let's go. Let's win some money.